Hey guys, so today I'm gonna do my August wrap up, and let me go ahead and apologize in advance for not having most of the books with me. A few of them were library reads, and then some of them are still at the house because if you watched my last video, you guys know I am moving back. It's just until everything is finalized, I am just staying with my dad just to avoid drama and just to be the adult in this situation, since the adults that are actually there are not being adults. So that's what's going on. So I only brought a few of my books with me. I literally brought like one stack of books. Of course, my Harry Potter box set, because you do not go anywhere without Harry Potter. I have my Throne of Glass books because I'm rereading them for Empire of Storms, and then, like I said, I have like one stack of books, the stuff that I've been wanting to read pretty soon, and then I have my library books with me as well. So, but that's the only books I have with me. So I think I have like about 40 books in all with me, which is crazy because I own like 300 something books. So yeah, so again, that is why I will not have most of the books to hold up for you guys. So I'm sorry about that because I really hate that and I hate not being able to do it. But I should be, this is a probably, but considering how things have been going, I'm not sure if it's like a definite yet or not, but I might be moving back in on this coming up Sunday. So that'd be great if that happens. And then I'll also be able to go ahead and go get my bookshelves from my mom's, and then I'll have my bookshelves again and fairy lights and all the pretty things. So I'm excited about that. So cross your fingers that happens because I really need it to. Anyway, so let's get into this August wrap up, guys. Like, it's like September now. Can you like believe, like, back to Hogwarts today, BT dubs, because it's September 1st. Whoop, 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 whoop. Anyway, but yeah, I can't believe that it is already September because, wow. Felt like it was January, like, yesterday. But anyway, so the first book I read this month was Harry Potter and the Cursed Child Part 1 and Part 2 by J.K. Rowling, John Tiffany, and Jack Thorne. This is the 8th Harry Potter story, and I know that it's super controversial and everybody's having mixed opinions and everything, but I love this book. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. It was amazing. I'm planning on doing a review for it, and I know you're like, Jessica, you never do your reviews. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's Harry Potter. I'm gonna review it. But, actually, I do want to start doing more reviews. I feel bad because I don't do reviews hardly at all, because my main thing is I don't know how to do non-spoil reviews, because it just seems so hard to say, oh yeah, to have your opinions about a book but not be able to actually talk about the things that happened in that book that made you have those opinions, because if you do, you're spoiling people. But I don't want to only do spoilery reviews. For this, obviously, it's going to be a spoilery review. There's no other way to review it. But for, like, other books, like, that's why I have such a hard time doing them, because it's just hard to do spoiler-free reviews. The only one I can remember doing that was pretty easy was, like, the, Forgiven by Lauren Kate, when that came out and I read it. I think I did a pretty good review on that. But anyway, but yeah, I do want to do a review on this here pretty soon because I have a lot of feelings. And yeah, another book I really want to do a review on, but I want to reread it first, is Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, because so many people give that book so much shit and I absolutely adore it. And so basically what I want to do is do 2 videos, and one of them's going to be defending Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, and the other one will be defending Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. So that's kind of the plan. But anyway, I loved it. The only problems I had with it were certain characters that were not in there that I feel like should have been in there. But other than that, I loved it. Like, I really, really loved it. And Scorpius Malfoy is the best thing that has ever existed. And I love Scorpius Malfoy so much. Like, I feel like enough time has passed that I need to, like, get on the internet and find the fan fiction, because I know it's going to be on there. And I'm so, so excited. Anyway, I'm gonna stop raving about this book, but I loved it. I think it's amazing. Guys, like, no matter what, we got more Harry Potter. Like, it happened. It happened. Now all we need is a Marauders prequel series. Please. Please, J.K. Rowling, I really, really want a young Sirius Black in my life. Like, I'm serious. All I want in life is a young Sirius Black. Anyway, okay. So, yeah. Next book I read, again, don't have with me, sorry. Neon Genesis Evaligina, I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce this. Angelic Days, Volume 1. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. It's about these kids that are going to a school, and then this one kid, his parents work at this, like, kind of technological kind of place where they're making, like, these, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's so hard to explain. Where did the sun go? It was pretty bright in here a minute ago. This is weird. Oh, what was I saying? Yeah. So, and his parents are, like, working for these people and everything, and they end up getting chosen to, like, be, like, kind of test subjects. This group of kids, like, his friends, and then this one new girl that just got there. It's really weird, but it's really good. Like I said, I've only read the first volume, so I don't know that much about it, but I do want to continue on with it. It's actually my boyfriend's manga series, so I just kind of picked it up because I think I was reading it for one of the readathons. I think I was reading it for the 7 and 7 readathon, and I needed something short, so. The next book I read this month was The Exiled Queen by Cinda Williams Chima. It's the second book in the Seven Realms series. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. It was really, really good, and I loved it. I loved all the things that happened, and it made me so happy, and it was just really, really good. And I'm excited to continue on with the series, but like I said, this is like, that's one of my boyfriend's series, so his books are at the house, so I just don't have access to them right now, but I do have access to quite a few books, so I'm okay. But yeah, so, but it was pretty good, and I did like it. Oh, there's the sun. Hi, sun. Thank you for coming back. Yeah, so I really enjoyed that book. The next book I read was Princess Gambit, the second book in the Captive Prince series, and I got this on ebook library thing, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and just, I love Laurent. Like, I've loved him since the first one, just because, like, it's, like, he's, like, my favorite type of character, basically, because he's a smartass, and he's really witty, and he, like, has that, like, cold demeanor and everything, but there's, like, a different side to him inside, and it just, he's just so awesome. I loved Laurent. I love Damien, too, but, like, Laurent is baby, like, but it was so good, and I really appreciate the fact that it was a slow burn romance, which I've heard people complain about that. Like, I heard this was a romance, and they're, like, reading the first book, and they're like, but I don't see romance, and it's like, do you not recognize that this is gonna be a slow burn? It's gonna be so good, like, oh, like, how often do you get a story about gay princes that are in a slow burn romance that are both amazing and just really interesting different characters, like, just it was so good. Oh my god, I loved it. The next book I read was Tiny Pretty Things by Sona Shipparch. I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce that last name. I am so sorry. Anyway, but I gave this another 5 out of 5 stars. It was so good. It's basically Mean Girls with ballerinas, and it's so amazing. And I just, oh my gosh, I was so obsessed reading this book. Again, this was another ebook library thing that I read, and so good. I loved all the characters, and I loved how I just kind of liked the maliciousness of it. I don't know, like, the whole, like, I mean, it was really, really bad, and I kind of enjoyed it just because, like, it's hard for stuff to actually be, like, I don't know, I guess because you don't get that much. You get, like, you know, like weak pranks and stuff, but this was, like, actual, like, hardcore stuff in, like, a YA, and I don't know. I really enjoyed it, and I'm really excited to read the next one because of the thing that happens at the end, and I'm just like, but they don't have it on the ebook library thing yet, so I don't know when I'll be able to read it because I don't have money to buy books. Except for my pre-orders that I already have coming, which I have like 3 coming this month, which is crazy because I have Empire of Storms on the 6th, and then I have the 3rd book in the Still Like Ashes series, and I get these so mixed up, their titles, so don't make me try to remember what it was, because I can't. And then 3 Dark Crowns by Ken Blake, which I just saw a lot of people talking about it because they got, like, the arc from BEA, and I was like, that sounds really good. I'm going to pre-order that, so I did. So yeah, those are my 3 pre-orders that are coming this month, so. The next thing I read was Fairy Tale Volume 1, another ebook library thing. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It was cute and interesting, and, yeah, I've been wanting to read Fairy Tale, but anytime you go into any store that sells manga for Fairy Tale, they have volumes like 40 and up, but they don't have volumes 1, 2, 3, and I'm just like, well, what the hell? It's so frustrating. And then I saw it on the ebook library thing, and I was like, finally, I'm going to be able to read volume 1, so I did. So I don't know when I'll be able to get, like, volume 2 and stuff, because I really don't know where to get them from, but I'm going to try to find them at some point. The next book I read was King's Rising, which is the 3rd book in the Captive Prince trilogy, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and it was the best thing ever. Oh my god. I'm so happy with it, and I just loved it, like a lot, and I'm just really excited that I read this series, and yeah, I'm just really excited, and I'm so happy that everybody on BookTube was talking about it, and then it made me read it, because I was like, this is so good, and I really am going to be looking out for anything C.S. Pacat writes next, because I just need more, and I'm just really excited, so, yeah. Okay, anyway, the next book I read was Signs Point to Yes by Sandy Hall. This was a book that I got from the library, and I read Sandy Hall's book A Little Something Different, and I loved that. And I still own it. Like I said, I just don't have it with me. The A Little Something Different. I don't own Signs Point to Yes. But anyway. And then I knew that she had a new book that came out, and then I saw it at the library one day when I was just browsing, and I was like, well, I've been wanting to read that, so I grabbed it, and I literally read it in, like, a couple hours at work, because I took it with me to work one day, and I was on, like, page 50 when I got to work, and then it had, like, 275 pages, and then I, like, read it pretty fast. So, yeah, but it was really good, and, I mean, it wasn't, like, the best thing ever. It was just a cute contemporary romance thing, but it was really nice, and it had some deeper themes that I enjoyed, and it had a really big emphasis on, like, family dynamic and all that, so I really appreciated that, and Sandy Hall really does this thing where she does these different perspectives, and she does a really good job at it, and it just makes the story a lot better, so, yeah. The next thing I read was the Storybook of Legends by Shannon Hale, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and it's just so good. It's basically about the kids that are the kids of, like, Sleeping Beauty, the Evil Queen, the Mad Hatter. Just, it's about all their kids going to this school, and they have to sign the Storybook of Legends, which basically says that they are committed to redoing their parents' story, which the 2 main characters are Applewhite, which is the daughter of Snow White, and Raven Queen, which is the daughter of the Evil Queen. But the thing is that Raven does not want to be evil, so she doesn't want to sign the Storybook of Legends because she does not want to become an evil queen. And it's so great and funny, and I loved it, and I like the theme of the whole wanting to be able to choose your own destiny, and yeah, it's just really good. Then I also read The Unfairest of Them All, which is the second book in the Ever After High series, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It wasn't as good as the first one, but I did still enjoy it. I think the next one, which I have from the library, and I'm going to be reading that here pretty soon, is going to be my favorite one, because from the title, it's like a wonderlandful world, which probably has to do with Maddie, which is my favorite character. She's the Mad Hatter's daughter, and she's just everything that is good in this world, and I love her, so I'm excited to read that. The next book I read was An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. I got this from the library, and I finally read it, and I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. It was pretty good, but I definitely had points where I was like, okay, this is really taking a while. Like, I really don't think I liked Leah, or I don't know how to pronounce her name, it's so weird. Laia, I guess Leia. Really didn't like her that much. I loved Elias and his story, and every time I got to one of his chapters, I was like, yes, and I was like so excited to read them. But like Leia, I don't know. Like, I mean, I appreciate her, and I get what she's doing, but like, she annoys me so much. So maybe that won't be the case in the next one, Torch Against the Night, but who knows? At the end, I gotta admit, at the end of the book, she was pretty badass, and I did like her then. But like, for the rest of the book, like, I was just like, you were so annoying, shut up. Like, yeah. But anyway, so that's that. And then I also read Crown of Midnight by Sarah, well, I reread Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas, because Empire of Storms comes out on the 6th, so I wanted to reread the series. I reread Throne of Glass, I think, like, last month, because I watched the Assassin's Blade little clip thing, that, like, little short film that Piera did with her friends and stuff, and I was just like, I really, really want to reread this series right now. So I did, or I'm starting to. So I still need to read Heir of Fire and Queen of Shadows. I read the recaptions for the Assassin's Blade just because I read like the first 2 chapters of the Assassin and the Pirate Lord, because that's my favorite one, because I love pirates and I love Selena. But then I remember all the shit that happens in it, and I'm like, I really don't want to put myself through that right now, because it's going to make me sad. So, yeah, I decided, I was like, So, yeah. So, I just did the recaptions for it, which was cool and fine, and I'm good with that, because I can reread that one at any time. It's not like you have to reread that one just to reread the rest, so. Yeah, so I reread this. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Throne of Glass, I gave 5 out of 5 stars. I don't know, there's just, I don't know what it is about this one. It's just not as, but it's still really good. So now I get to reread Heir of Fire, which I'm really excited about, because Heir of Fire is probably one of my favorite ones, because we meet Rowan, and I love him, like, more than anybody. And I remember the first time when I read Crown of Midnight, I loved Kel, like, so much, but now I'm just like, you really pissed me off, because I know what Kel does. Because I know, like, Kel completely, like, changes in the next book, and he really annoys me, and I just can't deal with him anymore. So, yeah. Anyway, so those were the 12 books I read this month. Like I said, it wasn't as good of a reading month as I would have liked, but that's just because of all the craziness that went on this month, and all the drama and everything. But hopefully, like I said, everything will be okay. I'll be back there on, I hope I'm back there on Sunday and that everything is okay, and yeah, because basically those people should be in their new house then, so then that means that I'll be able to be back. So anyway, so that's what we're hoping for, and that was my August wrap up. I cannot believe I made a 20-minute video. I wanted to give more of a, I guess, synopsis for each book, just to kind of, I don't know. I just wanted to be more thorough this time, I guess. Yeah, so that's all, and hope you guys are having a good day. Keep your fingers crossed for me, if you would. Oh, I'm reading this right now, Something Real by Heather Demetrios. I have like 120-ish pages left. It's really good. It's like about reality TV, and I love reality TV, but this book is crazy. I just wanted to mention it because I read most of it in August, so I'm just reading like the last little bit today, so I just kind of wanted to mention it in this one, so I'll mention it in the September wrap up too. But anyway, so yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go because this is super long video and it's just dumb. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will catch you later.